Welcome back to the Forensics Detailing channel. In this video we are reviewing Gyeon Tyre Express. Welcome back to the Forensics Detailing channel, guys. In this video we are going to be reviewing the Gyeon Q2 Tire Express. If you're new to the channel, guys, we review lots of detailing products and give you kind of hints and tips and all that sort of great advice on detailing. So if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, and you can also support the channel through our Patreon page, which is available in the description. Back to Gyeon Q2 Tire Express. All Gyeon products, you'll see this Q²M in the kind of title, and that means they're quartz based. I'm not sure what the Q²M means, but like silica kind of based. So that's one thing you need to know about this, that it's different from other dressings, that most of them might be silicone based. This is silica based. The other thing that you need to know about this is that I believe it's a water based product, a water carried product, which is useful because it's got consequences to how you apply it. Typically water-based products, you know, if there's a bit of water kicking around when you apply them, it's not the end of the world, where it would be a problem for a solvent-based product. But it also typically, with lots of water-based products, it means you can water them down as well. I'm not saying you can or can't with this, I'm just talking generally. Let's get stuck in with this sort of stuff. What's the main claim with this Gyeon Tyre Express? Gyeon have two tyre dressings. Gyeon Tyre, I believe, which I don't think is a water-based dressing. I think it's meant to be a durable kind of silica repellent dressing which really bonds to the tyre and lasts ages. And this is supposed to be their new rapid, easy to apply, hurl it on every time you wash your car. They do say easy daily tyre dressing, but I think they mean easy everyday tyre dressing. So you just slap it on and it should look good. What else is key? Wet or dry application, guys. So you can apply this to a wet tyre or a dry tyre. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. It's supposed to give you a natural satin look, although on some of the sites of the places that sell it, they also talk about a matte look, but on the label it says a satin look. What do I think of the finish? What does it look like? Matte, satin or gloss? The product seems to have some black dye in it. You can see these little marbles or veins of black running through it, and you can never fully get those out. So that the end result is kind of a grey looking product. And on the thumbnail of the product, it kind of looked black, but it's actually grey. And it is scented. It smells to me like coconuts, which is kind of quite nice. Bit of coconut going on there. Okay, how do you apply this, guys? Well, you wash your tyre, and they advise you to use the Gyeon tyre cleaner. They've got a tyre dedicated one. I don't have that, so and if you don't, just clean it with your own tyre cleaner. Get the tyre very clean. We've done videos on that. After you've kind of perhaps scrubbed the tyre, if you need to, you know, get all that dirt off it. I like to go over the tyre if it's really dirty and I'm prepping it, I want to do a proper job. I like to go over it with microfiber as well, because I feel it pulls a lot of that surface dirt off that you can't get off when you scrub. But you know, just clean the bloody tyre properly, you'll be alright, anyone could do that. Now, once you've cleaned it, you can put it on wet or dry, which is interesting. They say rub it on evenly, work it into the tyre and let it dry for 15 minutes. Here's my thoughts on the particular product. One, the product is thinner than I thought it could be, and when you're kind of pumping it out of the top, it can, because it's quite runny, it can sort of go over the side of the bottle and drip a little bit, make a little bit of a mess. So I put that down as a negative. I think it would be better off with one of those little polish type popper ones where you just pop the lid and then you can apply it a bit better. These pump things, they're okay, but I don't know, they're okay. Next thing, if you apply this product dry, I wouldn't describe it as matte, I wouldn't describe it as satin, I'd describe it as gloss. It looked really glossy for me, and also, so I put it onto an applicator, worked it around the tyre, and then I left it for 15 minutes, and after 15 minutes with the dry application, it hadn't dried. The excess was still kind of wet. There was like a film over it. So I think you'd need to go over it with a microfiber, clean microfiber cloth, and just remove any excess. So there isn't like a film on the surface of the tyre. Even with the dry application, I'd say it gave a consistent dark glossy finish all over it. A bit like something like Maguire's Endurance would. It looked good if you like that sort of finish. But I actually think if you apply it dry, the product might be a little bit too strong, too over concentrated. Might even benefit from being watered down a little bit more. That's just my thoughts. Next thing, the wet application, much easier. When the tyre's wet, it sort of mixes with the product on the applicator and spreads it really easily. Now the concern is when you're seeing it spread, you don't know if that's just water or if it's product, and then when it can dry, it can be patchy sometimes. It wasn't with this. So when I've used it wet, I've had much better results. And also, yes, when I use it wet, after 15 minutes, it has dried and it looks satin rather than glossy. So it's almost like the look of this, everything about this dressing seems to work better when it's wet, in my opinion. It made it a lot sort of easier. Those were my thoughts, guys. It has been on both of my cars now for over a week, or perhaps 5 days on the Golf, and the Golf's probably done more mileage with it. It looks fantastic still on the Golf. It took it really well. And I'll overlay you all the shots on the BMW. It's still looking good. I'm doing this all on the absolute fly here, guys. I'm just gonna crank this up so you can actually see the thing. You can see it's still got a nice satin sheen. Yes, the inside of the tyre's dusty and dirty now, but it's looking good, guys. Okay guys, final thoughts on Gyeon Tyre Express. This is not the cheapest tyre dressing on the market. None of the Gyeon stuff is. However, I bought this for the review, and I don't buy it because I want to buy a very cheap tyre dressing. I don't buy the Gyeon products for that. I buy them because I just like the look of the products on the shelf. I do. Whenever I see a Gyeon product in a thumbnail, I look at it, I think, oh, I want to have a look at that. I want to check it out. That's part of the fact they brand it very well. But whenever I've got hold of the products as well, I think they're really, really good products. And this product hasn't disappointed me. What I'd say about it, like I've said during the review, it's much better, or delivers its product claims better if you use it wet, in my opinion. I think it's almost too concentrated when you use it dry, and because of that it's giving you excess product which isn't drying off and you'll need to remove. You will get a consistent finish on this, you'll get a dark finish. It also works awesome on rubber. I've used it again on the door seals and I've got a lovely satin glow that I'll overlay, and I'm looking at it now and it still looks great. So it's good on other exterior rubbers as well. Is there much that I don't like about it? Not really, guys. A lot of people are going to ask, how long does it last, John? How long does it last? I don't know. The thing with tyre dressings there's some that claim very long durability, but for me, after you've been driving your car for a couple of weeks, the tyre, no matter what product you've got on it, gets a lot of dirt, black horrible film over the top of it that you have to get off if you want to make your tyres look good again. So really, in a couple of weeks' time, I'll need to wash these tyres, go over them with a brush, go over them with a microfiber, which really pulls stuff off that the brush doesn't, and then dress it again. And if I didn't dress it and I was using some, tyre thing that's supposed to last months and months, it just wouldn't look as good as that fresh dress look. So I believe that a tyre product that you can use every kind of time you do a wash on your car, every couple of weeks, is perhaps the way to go. This fits in with what I'm sort of looking for as a tyre dressing. You can also, I believe, I would experiment at just taking some of this and watering it down, because I think it's supercharged concentration when it perhaps doesn't need to be. So there's some things to experiment with this. Overall though, guys, if you apply it wet, you're going to get a nice consistent satin sheen to your tyres. It is nice to work with, and it is a pretty good dressing. This is the sort of stuff I'm looking for. Stay tuned to the Forensics Detailing channel. This is going to now go in my little slot of dressings down here, and I've got about 7 or 8 of them. We're going to do a mega comparison of all of the popular ones on the market and try and pick a winner on all of the criteria like we do in these tests. I'm looking forward to seeing how this fares side by side with all the other ones on the market. So if you want to see things like that, guys, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you soon for more product reviews. Bye for now.
Holding on to what I knew, but the moment's gone. Where was I?